Hello and welcome, friends. Welcome to another episode where I review vintage fountain pens. Today, I have for you a beautiful vintage fountain pen from the 1930s, guys. And it is from a well known brand, an American brand, but this particular fountain pen was made in Canada. Unfortunately, guys, this particular model that will be featured in this review is not from my collection. Actually, is from the collection of a good friend of mine. He's new in fountain pens, but he has incredible taste. He's a collector of vintage photography, but he discovered my collection of fountain pens and he was drawn especially to the old beautiful celluloid women's fountain pens. And I have to tell you that he has lots of taste because most of the women models of fountain pens during time are quite attractive. Let me show you first the model that we were going to talk today, and then I will show you other ladies models that I have in my collection. So a lady fountain pen is a small fountain pen, and today I will present you a beautiful celluloid, the famous Lady Patricia. And my friend bought it in this box. It is a jewelry box, and it's something written on it, Calderono, Milano. Maybe it was sold in Italy in this box in Milano. I'm not so sure. Or maybe this box is not original to the fountain pen, but he bought this fountain pen, this beautiful fountain pen in that box. Let me tell you what he paid for it. He paid quite a large sum of money. He paid 1,020 lays, or around 200 euros or 200 American dollars. But look at this beautiful celluloid. In my point of view, I think that it is worth all the money that he paid for. This is a wonderful celluloid, guys, and let me show it to you in detail. Wonderful celluloid. You can't see this material in today, but to be fair, when I started to gather information about the model Lady Patricia, I used this Jinghao 51A. Of course, the material resembles a little bit with this beautiful celluloid, but we are talking about an acrylic material. But let's say that this is the closest material that I saw that resembles this beautiful celluloid of the 1930s. Away with this Chinese Jinhao 51A. And let's talk about this beautiful model. Well, probably the most beautiful model ever produced by Waterman. It is the wonderful Patrician model. And I have here a book of collecting fountain pens in French, and I've selected a few Waterman Patricians in it. So starting from the basic models to the more elaborate models, look at this wonderful Patrician. Here we have a Lady Patricia, and if I'm not mistaken, there are some other interesting patterns of the Patrician, and one of them is this beautiful one you see here, and the other one also here. quite a nice, beautiful patrician. And back in those days, the patrician was sold for around 10 American dollars, so it was quite an expensive fountain pen. In 1932, it appears this small piece, the Lady Patricia, which is a beautiful small pen and originally was sold for $5. It appeared in 1932 as a companion to the successful Patrician model. Let me tell you, it was so successful that this particular type of fountain pen, this model, was produced till the 1950s. So a wonderful product, quite popular. This particular model that belongs to my friend was made in Canada, and we have some clues. So on the barrel we have engraved, I hope you can see in this lighting, Waterman's made in Canada and fountain pen. And also, if we unscrew the cap, we can see the nib, and on the nib we have engraved Waterman's 14 karat ideal Canada and 2 number 2 nib. A wonderful nib. I'm telling you, I am excited to ride with this beautiful nib. Also interesting, the feeder is engraved, and we can see Waterman and a patent date, October 1925, I think. So quite interesting. This particular model is a lever filler, and I know from my friend that it has its sac replaced, so we should fill it up with ink. I'm quite unsure if I will do this or I will do the writing sample dipping it in ink. But what can I say? A wonderful fountain pen. It has these chromed trims, as you can see, quite nice trims. It has this interesting band here, this black band, and no, it is not a mistake. This is the actual design. And I told you it is a lever filler. Quite nice color. I'm jealous of my friend. The only model that I have close to it is this V3 model, the also from Waterman, that has interesting pattern of celluloid. This particular model, if I'm not mistaken, was made in the United States of America. And yes, we have engraved here United States of America. And I've did its review. If you are curious to see it, you can watch it by this link over here. And let me see. You can see it's a difference in nib. This V3 has a smaller nib, and engraved on it we have Waterman's 585 Ideal Registered USA, but a smaller nib than the number 2 Waterman nib, but also a gold nib. You can see they are similar traits, so they are approximately the same length. Let me put them together. Yes, you can see the V3 is slightly smaller, and the design seems the same. We have the specific Lady Patricia clip here, and another clip here which ends slightly different than our model. So I told you that I will show you different lady types of writing instruments. So how can you recognize if a fountain pen is a lady fountain pen or a regular fountain pen or a man's fountain pen? Well, usually they are quite small, as you can see right here. So small pieces. I have here a mechanical pencil, and it is small. Another element that identifies a lady's piece is this ring here. It was meant to wear it on a necklace or something like that. So often ladies wear those writing instruments, and they were quite useful in their activities. I don't know if the nurses use them, but the accountants, the lady accountants, so the first ladies pioneers in their field, I think they used fountain pens. And this is a solid silver mechanical pencil, also with uh, a ring at the end of it, and this textile. So also in this textile, like we see in this bohemian fountain pen, also for ladies, it was meant to keep it in the purse and to grab it by this texture material, and also this one. Another beautiful small size ladies fountain pen. I also have this, a reminder from Amsterdam in Holland, another interesting piece, and this full metallic one, elegant one, quite small as the others. And of course, an interesting piece that doesn't have that ring at the end of it, but it's quite small, a celluloid piece, and quite a lovely fountain pen. This is from the 1930s Romania, and I know that thing because on it we have thermically engraved Fundația Culturală Regală, the Regal Cultural Foundation, and this particular organization was active in Romania in the 1930s. And by the way, guys, the Lady Patricia is such an important thing for the history of the Waterman company that even now in our present days, so after almost 100 years since this fountain pen was launched, the company in France still produces beautiful fountain pens like Lady Agathe and other Lady Charlotte, other type of fountain pens designed for ladies. So small pieces like this piece you can see here in quite practical and useful pens to carry in ladies' purses. So let's return to our beautiful fountain pen. I will take all of those aside, gently aside, because we are going to concentrate on this particular beautiful Lady Patricia. So, Lady Patricia, what is special about this line? So the celluloid, the material, the vivid colors of it, it is wonderful. And I've identified the photo of a collector from the Fountain Pen Network. I hope he doesn't mind that I will include its beautiful collection in this video, but it seems like it has lots of variants, lots of colors. So I will leave the picture on the screen, guys, and you will appreciate other versions of celluloid in this beautiful Lady Patricia. So after you saw the other versions, you can admire again this beautiful art deco trims to it. So this is truly a fountain pen of the 1930s. with beautiful, beautiful design elements. If we unscrew it, we can see this gorgeous, gorgeous grip section, slightly concave. We can admire the wonderful, wonderful nib, and we can see the beautiful, beautiful ebonite feed. Guys, I will leave you its dimensions on the screen, and after that we will do a writing sample with this wonderful, wonderful pen. And I'm sorry, guys, please allow me not to fill it. I'm not so sure what the sack is, but since it's not in my collection, I just prefer to dip it in ink, and we'll see how it writes. So again, I will leave the dimensions on the screen, and I will put the beautiful pen right over here, and I will change the angle of the camera, guys, for you to see better the writing sample. So okay, like this, I think it's quite fine. And also I will take my agenda, and we will try to do a writing sample. So I have here a previous writing sample. I will use this part for the Lady Patricia. Let me put this here. And what color? What color? What color? Yes, guys, I think that a nice turquoise will be in order. I have here a Faber Castell turquoise ink, quite an affordable ink. Faber turquoise, of course, a German producer. So let me take the ink bottle. I will shake it a little bit. And I'm sorry, guys, I won't use it. I won't fill it. But for those who want to know how you can fill this, it's a level filler. So simply you have to grab this ending with your knife, with your fingernail, and like this. And judging by the way it fares, definitely it is fitted with an ink sac. But I won't fill it. I won't fill it, guys. So after you do that, and you push it, and some bubbles will show on the ink bottle. So this is a good sign. It's a sign that the ink is reaching the ink sac. Like I told you, I will simply dip it in ink, and I'm curious to see how it writes, guys. I will remove the excess of ink. Let me see if we can post this fountain pen. Yes, it can be posted, guys. But to avoid micro scratches in time, I recommend you use it without the cap. So let me put the ink here, and I'm not putting the cap in it because maybe I will need to dip the pen again. So what do we have here, guys? We have a beautiful Waterman's Lady Patricia. This particular fountain pen was made in Canada. And let me say it was around 1935. A wonderful, wonderful celluloid. The version for ladies of the luxury product of Waterman, the Patrician. Let me see. So, fitted with a 14 karat 585 number 2 Waterman nib, and some of them are quite flexible, and I'm curious to see if this is the case. And yes, guys, look at this wonderful, wonderful flex. I hope you can see it. Wonderful. So definitely we have a little flex to it. I'm curious to see if we have some line variance. So here no pressure, and here pressure, and no line variance. Let me see how juicy this nib is. So we can see a beautiful juicy nib. And now I'm curious to see if I can reverse write with it. So reverse writing. Yes, definitely it is a good reverse writing. No scratches, no loss of ink flow. It writes like an F. And I believe that we have a medium nib, so 14 karat medium, a medium nib. Quite interesting, guys. Being a juicy nib, it should do also a good signature. Yes, definitely a good signature fountain pen. So you can see I did not dip it again, so you can see this feeder how much ink it contains. But now I think I need to dip it again because I want to write about the fox, and I will write as large as I can. So the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So a wonderful, wonderful nib. That little flex to it is simply amazing, guys. And this celluloid is to die for. And maybe you think that my friend overpaid for it. So the price was around 200 euros, or the equivalent of 200 American dollars. Let me tell you, maybe it is a large price for USA, but in Europe, although it was such a popular model, they are more rare than in America. So I think he did okay. If he fell in love with this model. Of course, for my friend, this has also a sentimental value because he knew young Lady Patricia, and maybe this piece reminds him of her beauty. Well, we can't judge a collector, guys. His at his first fountain pens, and what taste my friend has if he choose for his first, let's say, grail fountain pen, quite an investment, 200 euros. He chose this beautiful Lady Patricia. I'm quite jealous of my friend's taste, and of course I need to have this fountain pen. And this is his Lady Patricia, and I hope that I will find my own Lady Patricia in the near future. So I hope you've enjoyed this review, guys. This is a wonderful piece. It's simply gorgeous, guys. And it's not just a lady's fountain pen, but it is a collectible item. So if you have money, if you find this, no matter the version made in USA or made in Canada, please buy it. Of course, you have to take care of it. The celluloid is a fragile material, and this particular fountain pen is quite an old piece, but you can see it still works quite fine. It has a wonderful nib, and certainly when you will do a signature in front of your friends, they will ask you what is this beautiful jewelry in your hand. Guys, this was my review. Lady Patricia, wonderful model. The Waterman is one of my favorite vintage fountain pens, especially the times then when they were made in USA and in Canada. The 1930s, a great decade for fountain pens all over the world. But for this quality of Watermans, at those prices, so this is a high price, but you can find those for $50 or $100, and at this quality you can't go wrong, guys. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this review. If you've enjoyed this review, please subscribe to my channel to support my activity. I want to wish you to have a nice day wherever you are, my friends. And I will see you again with another interesting review. Till then, bye bye, and God bless you all, my friends.